All right, what's up everyone to the live stream? I am a little bit early, so I'm going to give people just a couple minutes to get logged in. Early bird gets the worm. So like I said, I'm going to give everyone a few minutes. If you are just logging in now, please let me know in the comments who you are. Say hello in the chats. So like I said, give me a quick moment here and I will get started shortly. All right. All right, and like I said, I'm just going to give it just another minute or two just for people to log in. We're going to cover a lot of cool stuff today. We are going to talk about ledger performance. We're going to be talk about liquidity, right? Automated market makers, liquidity, stuff like that. I got people logging in now. What's up, Trigger Bandit? What's up, JW? And what's up from Ohio? Hey, is Ohio going to be getting some bad weather? Just kind of curious here because we are on a huge snow advisory. I live in South Carolina, and we're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches in South Carolina. So we are freaking out down here in the south with the snow. We don't even have snowplows out here. It's really funny. I'm from up north originally. So for me, I'm kind of laughing because everyone down here is freaking out thinking we are going to get tons of snow. What's up, Jack? How's it going? Can you guys all hear me all right? If you can hear me all right, I'll get started. So, yep, let me know what you guys can hear. And, Jack, I was just talking with JW about how we are going to be getting snow here in South Carolina. Yes, we are going to be getting, they said, 5 to 8 inches of snow. Crazy stuff. And Trigger Bandit chiming in saying, glad I could make the stream. Now, I am glad you are here. Bullish Silver Fox is here. Paul Farms. What's up, guys? How's it all going? All right, so if the sound is good, and Jack just said the sound is good, let's roll. So what's up, everyone? It is Klaus from Family Hobbies and Cards. All things Stellar. That's what we are doing today, all right? We've got a whole bunch of different things that we are going to talk about today. And in fact, whoever is on the stream right now, all right, you are going to love this because the people watching the stream are going to get a sneak peek at something that is out there. Yes, an interview with Denell Dixon and Tony Edwards, Thinking Crypto host. This just got released several hours ago, and it has not made it out there, all right? This is something I have not shared with anyone. I have not made a video on it. I myself haven't even watched this, but it is something you should take a look at. I will leave it up on the screen while I answer a couple of these comments here. All right, let's see. We got Trigger Bandit is happy. We got Paul Farms is Bullish Silver Fox. We got Joe Dapro giving us the thumbs up on the sound. What's up, Joe? Glad you could join us. JW saying Ohio was nice today in the 40s. Oh, man. Yeah, for us, it was like low 50s, but we know bad weather's coming. Business and Tech Education Channel says South Side here. Are we talking South Side Chicago? Yes, we are. All right, because Business Tech says, gonna miss snowstorm in Chicago. It is coming our way. It is coming to South Carolina. People are freaking out here. It's hilarious. So I lived in Chicago the first 30 years of my life. So for me, snowstorm's not a big deal. I got a 4-wheel drive, full-size truck, off-road tires. I'll be fine. Not a big deal. But I'm telling you, out here, people are going to freak out with the snow, and I am laughing because I know it's going to shut down schools and businesses down here for like 2 to 3 days. I swear to God, it's going to be horrible out here. You got Jack chiming in saying, I'm sorry for you guys. It's all nice and sunny down here. That's no fair because Jack is in the land surrounded by water. What a good man. All right, Trigger Bandit says, thoughts on Reggie Middleton's patent for DeFi and how would it affect XLM and XRP? I have not looked into Reggie Middleton's patent for DeFi and how it would affect it. That'd be kind of a weird one, right? Trying to be able to prove that. So no, I have not looked at that. But what I haven't looked at also, and what everyone should take a look at, is this right here, is Denell Dixon did an interview that was released today. She talks about MoneyGram, CBDCs, USDC, crypto, and regulation. Something I'm definitely going to do a video about. Had a friend send this article to me. Loved it. But one of the big things I wanted to talk about has been how Stellar itself has been growing, all right? totally growing, all right, in terms of use, all right? And we're talking about transactions here. And so what we notice, and you guys have been on the live stream, you guys have been watching this and knowing this kind of stuff. All right, so look at this. Around December 28th, not around, but on December 28th, Stellar hit 10.5 million transactions in a 24-hour period. Since then, they have averaged that 10 plus million transactions, with today being the highest of 11.2 million transactions in one day. That is huge, because look at the numbers they're cranking out here. And that's awesome, because we haven't seen a drop-off, right? We have not seen a drop-off. We have seen those transactions just increase, and I love it. Patriotist says, when will we see $1 XLM? I want to make some profit with this coin. Patriotist, we have to see when MoneyGram is going to launch. One of the tidbits to that is I was told in this video they talk about MoneyGram and that she said some light on timeframes with it. I have not watched this video yet. I myself need to do that, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I had a friend that sent this to me. So yes, totally worthwhile of information to watch. All right, so yeah, we're talking about the ledger right here, and we're talking about the number of transactions on the ledger. We're also talking about liquidity pools. Yeah, I'm looking at this liquidity pool thing, and I've got it up on the screen right now. You saw, right? We were watching this. We did this as a channel. We were at $40 million liquidity overall, all right, on the Stellar chain. And we saw a spike. I'm not going to say who the spike was from, but yes, the spike was in a couple different tokens. Kind of odd, right? We saw a spike, but then the money pulled back. And in fact, now it is less than where we started before the run-up in liquidity pools. The other interesting thing is, check this out. Look at the fall off in terms of volume for liquidity pools, all right? That is huge right there. That is a big drop off in volume in liquidity pools. And I have my own thoughts regarding liquidity pools. You can have yours, but it's just something that I've been watching because this is kind of part of like an ecosystem thing, these liquidity pools. And I have not been impressed with the performance of these liquidity pools. And we got Jack chiming in $1. I want to make money when it hits 10 or 20. And Jack is right, because there's a lot of us here that are real long-term holders. We are long-term bullish when Stellar's programs start catching momentum. But the big thing is, and I want to know what your guys' comments are. Let me know in the chats. What do you think about liquidity pools, right? What are your thoughts, all right? I've heard everything from liquidity pools are great for a token to liquidity pools or money laundering, money tumbling, to liquidity pools suck. You tell me, what are your thoughts on liquidity pools? Because I'll tell you right now, from a performance standpoint, I'm not pleased with this. From a performance standpoint, I'm not pleased that if I look at the price now, right, we've got a whole month just in liquidity pools, 39.4. We have gone a whole month and have only gone up $2.1 million. That's nothing. That is nothing. That's only 5% in a month added to liquidity pools. That is not going to do it. That for me, I'm not happy with that. When I was looking through December and I saw that we kept going up and up and up and increasing with liquidity, where we hit 50 million here, and then we had to ramp up, but then look, it pulled back. So liquidity pools for me, like I said, I have my own viewpoints regarding that. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole crazy. But seriously, like, it's crazy. It really is. Liquidity pools are something that I'm just, not that I'm struggling with, but there are things that you have to watch out with. So Fireball93 says, hey, what's up, Fireball? Right back at you. Patriot says, I don't see $10 anytime soon. If it hits $1, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it hits $1, I think a lot of us are going to be happy. But a lot of us aren't looking at this going, you know what, this is our exit point. A lot of us here really like the idea of long holding on this because of the projects and the payment rails that have been established with Stellar. So yeah, liquidity pools, all right? Look at the amount that we have seen pull back from liquidity pools, right? So before the run up on the spike of liquidity pools, we were at 46.4 million and it went up to 67 million, right? 21.4 million dumped within like a 2-day time period, 3-day time period in liquidity pools. But then again, all that money went back away to the point now where afterwards it's less now than it was before the run up, all right? So liquidity pools, kind of weird here, all right? Because there are some kind of goods and bads with them, and I'd like to hear everyone's opinion on goods and bads. But for me, part of what I don't like seeing is there just doesn't seem to be enough interest. And remember, in order for liquidity pools for Stellar to work, it is dual-sided liquidity, okay? Which means what I've got here on the screen, you have to have that pair, all right, for liquidity. They don't have single-sided liquidity. It is only pairs for liquidity. So Jock chimes in, I like to keep it simple, put away my XLMs and leave some to use on my Visa card, but no liquidity pool or none of that. And Jock, I am with you on that. Okay, liquidity pool, there's a bunch of different ways to look at it, all right? Liquidity pools can be a good thing, but they can be terrible as well. The reason is because liquidity pool is another way to tumble money. Money tumbling, yeah. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what money tumbling is this, all right? I want you to pretend that all of us on the chat, we all have $100 and we have $100 in singles, right? Strip club money, right? So we've all got $100 and we've all got 100 in singles. Mine, let's pretend, are stolen, all right? Let's all pretend out there that my $100, right, my 100 in singles are stolen, all right? So what we're going to do, all of us are going to put our dollars into this big bin, this big monstrous bin, okay? Think of like a laundry, like a dryer, okay? We're all going to put our $100 in there. So now remember, my 100 singles are stolen. They're bad. They've got their own, right, unique numbers on them, just like crypto, right? Coins have their own, tokens, right? Their numbers, ledgers, and so forth. Okay, it's the same idea. So all of us put their money in. So then what happens is we turn this dryer on, and what happens is the money just starts tumbling, all right? So my 100 that I threw in that's dirty is now mixed up with all of your clean money, okay? So your clean money, then what happens is as people pull out of these liquidity pools, you aren't pulling the money that you necessarily put in. No, you're pulling out other money. You get enough money in, you tumble it enough, it really launders down money. And it's technically called money tumbling, not money laundering. But that is one way you could look at a liquidity pool. Now, and Jock is right. Yeah, strip club money. Just remember, though, mine is the stolen strip club dollars, all right, man? But think about it. Yeah, that is a way to look at liquidity pools, all right? So you have to be really, really kind of weird. And you just kind of have to take a step back. So when you look at these companies, right, that are offering liquidity pools, remember that is one way to use liquidity pools is to tumble money, all right? I know it sounds really weird out there, but think about that. If you were to say, do a whole bunch of shady McShady stuff, right? And you then just decided, hey, screw it, I'm throwing all of my whatever in that liquidity pool. You're pulling out at the end, not the same thing you put in, right? According to the blockchain, what you're getting out is little chunks of chopped up, right? Chopped up tokens, right? That's what happens in these liquidity pools, especially with the rewards, because now they're even chopped up even more and more and more. So you're earning interest, and that's how they make money on a lot of these things. You're earning interest by being the clean money in a dirtier pool, all right? Now, granted, not all liquidity pools are bad, but I'm just telling you, that is an easy way to use liquidity pools for money tumbling, all right? Not laundering, but it's money tumbling technically, all right? So there you go, a crash course on money tumble and how to money tumble right now using liquidity pools. So let's get back to the comments. And yes, for those of you that watched the stream earlier, I shaved the beard down because, man, was I looking a little rough. And check this out, I am keeping the head shaved down too, right? So for those of you that saw, I have done that since, rock on. So we got JW, locking in, saying Metaverse Strip Club, here we come. Yeah, we'll go to the real strip club. Forget the Metaverse one, man. I got to see the real stuff, dude. We got Bo Rabbit chiming in. Bo, what's up? Bo is in on the first one and active in the community as well. So Bo, what's up with you? You got Khalid Muhammad saying, I'm storing in cold storage until regulation and mass adoption. And that's a real good way to do it because you are then keeping your money aside in case something happens, right? In case there's like a clawback, in case there's some sort of taxation or whatnot because it's on these ledgers. So yeah, that is another way to do it. You got Business and Tech Education Channel chimes in, and I just saw the next comment. Liquidity pools will come when regulation, and that's kind of my thinking too, Business Tech, is that we have a problem, all right? And the problem is without the SEC regulation, we're not seeing big institutional level of money, right? You're not seeing hedge funds. And everyone who's on this stream right now knows hedge funds got the most. They got the most pounding out there in terms of what they can do in terms of moving price. Hedge funds won't get in until the SEC clears it. So what Business and Tech is talking about is that these liquidity pools will become stronger once more regulation happens. Because think, with these liquidity pools right now, you have to be careful that they don't pull the rug on you. Right? When you start throwing your money in these pools, right, you have to be very careful that you're working with very legitimate people because you're putting your money in these liquidity pools. You have to be very, very, and I'm seeing the comments now, I see what you guys are saying, but you have to be very, very careful with these liquidity pools because it is money tumbling, and the only way it works is if they get clean money in there to tumble with it. And, okay, that's what I'm saying. So Trigger Bandit chiming in, Aqua, yes, I'm going to actually do an Aqua video. I am actually going to do a full-on, like, start to finish Aqua video where I really edit it thoroughly. I really kind of go through it rather than kind of like a news type thing. I'm going to actually go straight through it, and I'm going to give a whole bunch of examples of what to look for, how to use the ledger, and how to use the blockchain to investigate this kind of stuff. So Jack says, when you put $1 in the G string, you don't want it to fall back. Yeah, no, Jack, you're totally right. And that's what money tumbling is, okay? So when you look at these pairings in here, okay, it is really easy for you to take some USDC, bounce it over a whole bunch of places, right? Wallet to wallet to wallet, then dump it in this liquidity pool, have you keep getting paid out in fractional amounts that aren't tied to that exact same token address. And then when you want to pull your money out, you pull your money out. You have like totally tumbled your money. And with these payouts being like fractional, so like if you look at some of these, and I'm not picking on anyone here, but if you look at some of these payouts, I mean, it is like fractions of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. All right, that is like totally kind of interesting about that. So you can really chop that money up real finely, and you can really cover up what you do with it. All right, so liquidity pools, you have to be you just have to be open-minded about them. They are useful tools, but they right now are unregulated, so some crazy things can happen. Let's see, you got Drab Reckon says, you like Aqua. No, I'm not a fan of Aqua. The Aqua problem is that, again, I checked out one of the votes. Do you guys know that in one of the votes out there, one person controlled almost 25% of the entire vote? One person burned, I think it was like 40 or 46 million Aqua tokens in one vote. So if you tell me you think that's really awesome about like a DAO that does cool stuff, no, that is a DAO run by people that have way too many Aqua, and I wonder where they got them because they knew about it ahead of time. Yeah, it's horrible. So Drab Reckon, yeah, the Aqua thing I'm going to do a full deep dive story about that where I'm going to edit it a little bit cleaner. I'm going to take some of the emotion, some of me getting worked up out of it, and I'm just going to kind of make it more of just like a factual spit it on out there, because you do have to be very careful about that, because I will ask everyone out there now, I mean, when you look at some of these programs, all right, when you go on Stellar, okay, and when you guys start typing in some of these things, here, let's just do one really quick here, okay? So there was an e-Naira program, all right, and this was a CBDC project for the Naira, all right? Just throwing it out there. That thing, all right, has a whole bunch of websites associated with it, all right? So this is enaira.gov. All right, you can kind of go through all of this stuff. You can go on. This is a government website of Nigeria, all right? This is a legit government website. You can go through whatever you need to do. Central bank issued Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. All right, so you guys get my point. You can now go, all right, and you can also check in here, and you can put in what you want. I cannot type. I'm sorry, guys. You can put in what you want the asset you're looking for. You can click on that, all right? You can then go to their website, all right? I will then go to their website, and you can look around, and you can try to find who they are, except it is very, very hard to find them, right? I mean, you can't see anything about it. Like, yeah, you can enter your email, but there's like nothing in there. So it's just kind of something out there. You can use the ledger for a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to make a video very, very in-depth about that, and it's going to be very educational on what to spot, what to look for, and all that stuff. And for those of you that are watching right now, huge shout out to Virtual Unknown, because just to let you know, this stream right now is happening, and this morning stream is happening because of Virtual, all right? Virtual, we were chatting about stuff, and the problem, or not the problem, the good thing is virtual is like, hey, you got to do a live stream. I am off today. So because I am a nice guy, I was like, yep, I will do that. I was like, you got it done. So virtual was like, hey, I want to live stream on Wednesday the 12th because I'm off. So I did. I had 2 live streams today, virtual, for you. So everyone out there can thank virtual because it's virtual's reason. All right. And the other thing, virtual, I sent you an article too. All right. So I did get the article. The explanation's in the article. And so Business and Tech Education Channel says baby boomers are on the side. They hold 60% of the wealth. Yeah, and that's the other thing too is baby boomers. Think of the other thing. It's not just, okay, baby boomers, yes. But I want you to think of how they usually use their money in terms of savings. It's a big 401k, right? It's a big real estate thing. You haven't seen that yet, right? You have not seen that yet, okay? Again, 401ks, you're not touching until the SEC starts regulating it. So there's a whole bunch of money on the sidelines waiting for crypto regulation. That is why anyone who is watching the live stream right now, there is a video up on the screen. Donnell Dixon interview, Stellar Network, XLM, MoneyGram, etc., etc., etc. I have not watched this yet. All right. It is from Thinking Crypto. They got 110,000 subscribers, so way bigger than I am. All right. Just throwing it out there. Way bigger out there than I am. But yeah, something worthwhile for you guys to check out. All right. Let's see. Let's get back to the chats right now. Jock chiming in saying that's a dictatorship right there. It is. That is totally a dictatorship. And what's really weird is that it's not just a dictatorship, but if you track back one of those Aqua votes, okay, that had the 40-something million, and even it's like 40 or 46 million, you could go on their site, actually, on their governance site, and you can actually go through the different votes. And I'm trying to think of which one it was. It was one of these. What's really cool, you could scroll all the way down. You could read through all the crap. They're basically mathematical schemes to reward people that own more Aqua, a.k.a. the whales, not you. So don't think this is for you. This is for whales. So someone on here burned 20 million, but this isn't the one I'm looking for. One of these, and that, yeah, don't get me wrong, that's a big number. Someone burned 20 million Aqua in a vote that captured 53 million. So, I mean, people here are burning, 15%? I mean, that's insane. They're burning 15% of a vote. Oh my God, that's freaking nuts. But let me go back to governance real quick here. I want to find the one just to show you guys what I was talking about here, where you see one whale used a burn account on Aqua. So here, someone voted and put 2 Aqua and 10 Aqua in. That's of their own money, okay? This one here, this was a 10 million one. Let me see. I got to find that one for you. And I'm going to find it, and you're going to see it's a burn account. They literally used a burn account to swing the vote. Okay, it's this one right here, okay? Check this out. So there was a burn account used. It was this one, 44 million. 44 million votes out of 157. So more than 1/4 of the vote was done by one person. If that's something you want to be a part of, right? If you want to sit here and you want to go and you want to waste your half Aqua, your 1 Aqua, your 2 Aqua, your 4,000 Aqua, these are people just throwing pennies away so that whoever the heck these big hits are right here, this is a burn account, by the way, I did the research on it. You're just there just to give these people money. It is a horrible, horrible triangle pyramid scheme. Horrible, horrible scheme. But either way, that's what we're talking about. That's horrible. But yeah, I encourage you guys all look this stuff up. It is crazy out there. So again, everyone, thank Virtual Unknown for making these live streams happen. And you're welcome, Virtual. So hopefully that email got to you. Let's see. Jack says the only Aqua that I like is Aquafina. No, totally true. Aqua is just it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible idea. Horrible concept. You got River down Seattle. I swing trading Cardano after a year so predictable. It was a year ago when we went into Mana at 25 cents. That's talking way. Yeah, that is. That's Mana. So the channel right now has been covering like Stellar Crypto Mana for almost like a year now. I stopped covering Mana for a while ago and got out when it wasn't as good as it was. I'm sorry, not at its highest point is probably what I should say. But yeah, no, that is true. Mana, that is bringing back some old times. But we're talking pricing here, and we are talking Stellar. We're talking any questions you guys got out there. If you got them, I will answer them. And someone said out there, Drab Reckon said, I'd say cheers, but doing dry January. I am doing dry January weekdays. All right, I am doing dry January weekdays, okay? So it means on the weekend I have fun, but on the weekends I can't. Now, real cool, for the people that are on the stream right now, okay? there is something that I really believe in and I wanted to show you. It is an NFT thing, okay? I am selling, actually auctioning. I am auctioning off an NFT right here, okay? It is called Stellar Moon. I am auctioning it off right now. I am a verified seller, as you could see on Lightment, okay? And this is the NFT that I created. Original, it's not ripped off of anything. There's actually a photo on the page of how I did it. Either way, the reason I am showing you this is because it's not because I want to sell this and keep the money for myself. What I want to do is I want to help out a specific artist on Lightment, and I want to bring attention to that, and I want to use the money that I get from selling my NFT to purchase this one. This is Gorilla Rainbow, and you're like, well, wait a minute. Why is Gorilla Rainbow such a big deal for you? It's not because it's from like this crazy like happening artist. It's nothing like that. This is coming from Leaf Global, okay? And Leaf Global is a program that went in with Stellar, right? Stellar helped them out with stuff, and Leaf provides wallets to people. I think they're in 3 African countries right now for refugees within these countries. They show them how to mint, how to create NFTs and so forth, how to use Lightment, and then these people are able to teach other people how to do it too. So anyways, the artist here, they tell you about the artist. You can go into the details section on here. They tell you about the artist, all right, and who created it. But I am currently bidding on this right now. I am going to use whatever I get from this one right here. So whatever I get from this NFT, I am going to use to help this person right here, because this is a Leaf Global one. Again, another verified account. And the reason it's big is because Leaf is or has partnered and is partnered with Stellar to issue mobile wallets to refugees to help them with the financial struggles that they are dealing with in Africa right now. And I have the story up in here. I have been following this Stellar and Leaf for several months. I've been super proud to be covering this story. I covered it from when it was just a wallet type to now when they have been doing NFTs, all right? And what's really cool is they got a picture up on the screen for Jean Bosco training artists in a refugee camp on the NFT process. So we are able to give people out there more exposure, and that's what I want to do, use this channel to get them more exposure. But we have been talking a bunch of stuff out there, and I am open to your questions, your comments. What do you guys want to tackle? Because I will gladly tackle it. We've got an open mic session for you all out there to let me know what we should cover, because some of the things that I want to cover, all right, and some of the things that I want to talk about, it's not specifically Aqua. Some of the things I want to talk about is liquidity pools. And again, not if they're money tumbling, money laundering. It's not that. I want to talk more about, why do you believe that there aren't more people putting money in liquidity pools, right? Is it because they're not regulated? I mean, is it the idea that the rewards, right, the payouts aren't big enough in these liquidity pools? Because I know several of you out there have commented to me and said, hey, I've gotten in liquidity pools, it's not really worth it for me. Like, I'm just sitting here and I've got 2 tokens locked up completely, and I'm not getting the payout that I thought I would be getting, all right? Or I don't own enough of the pool percentage to make it worthwhile, all right? So it could be that the liquidity pools aren't paying out enough. It could be because it's dual-sided liquidity. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on liquidity pools while I take a quick drink right here. And Jock says, give it some time. The funny apes will look tiny by them soon. And I know NFTs aren't for everyone out there, but it is part of the Stellar ecosystem. It is something that deals exactly in Lumens, the native token that we're all fans of. And it brings more awareness. And my version is more useful awareness of an ecosystem than some of these liquidity pools, because some of these liquidity pools, you have a whole bunch of liquidity locked in, but just no volume. Right? So if you don't have the volume there, what's the point of locking all of this in? So like, for instance, right, if you look at XLM and USDC, all right, yeah, the volume is pretty good, but the fees really haven't been that big. All right, so maybe that's part of what the issue is, right? Maybe that's what the issue is. The payouts just aren't as big on these liquidity pools here. So we got Business and Tech Education Channel from the South Side. Now, Business and Tech, I'm going to ask you a question here. So my wife is Bridgeport, all right, native, South Side Chicago, right? South Side, right? I got my hoodie on. where Southside are you? All right. So business and tech education. Let me know where Southside. You don't have to give me an exact location, but we got a pretty good idea. Just let me know the hood you're at, and I will pretty much know where you're from. Let's see. So virtual says people don't know any better. And virtual, you're totally right. People don't know any better. They really don't. So it's the other thing. So virtual, if you could kind of expand on the people don't know any better comment, I'd be really, really interested in hearing that. And you got Jock chiming in. I care too much for my XRPs and XLMs. I won't be placing won't be placing them anywhere but my cold hard wallet, or my hard cold wallet. Jeez, that was hold card wallet. Gosh. But no, yeah, and I think you're right. I think that's kind of part of what it is people want to have access to this money, and they want to have access to it without having it locked up. Or if you want it locked up, you probably only do want single-sided liquidity, all right? So yeah, it's really interesting. You can kind of go through all this stuff on Stellar. And again, if you guys have any questions, any comments for me, I have been looking a lot at pricing here. I have been looking a lot at pricing, and again, don't mind my red drawing. Sorry about that. I need to change this up here. Give me a second here. Let me go to this. Looking at this, I've been looking at the price here quite heavily. And again, we saw a real quick resistance point here at 29 cents. And again, short-term floor right at this 28.2. Nothing too crazy happening right now, but we did see a really, really nice bump up in volume here about, gosh, we're almost at what, 10 hours ago, 9 hours ago is when we saw this. So we've seen Stellar kind of make a solid move, but again, resistance at 29, a little frustrating for my end to watch that. So let's just zoom out real quick here, because when I zoom out, the reason I got this is so you could see what in the red boxes is Stellar sub 30. The green line right here represents the closest big resistance point of that 42 to 43 cent mark. And again, the movement in between the two. All right. So Virtual says they don't do research and just listen to YouTubers telling them bad ideas, get rich quick. And, you know, Virtual, it's totally true. The problem is there are lots of scams out there. And there are lots of tokens out there that when you look at this and when you look at like the data that's in here, okay, like these wallets, I mean, look at the big hitters, right, that voted for on this. Whoever was voting in this, I mean, whoever was voting against, you were just destroyed. I mean, whoever was voting against was just totally destroyed here. So just pretty interesting to see like how these voting pools work. Interesting to see where people are putting their money without even doing any research, because that's kind of one of the other things too. If you look at some of these companies out here that have these pools, okay, and I see the sign there, business and tech education. But when you look at some of these proposals, some of these snapshots of all this stuff here, it's just a lot of it is just garbage, you know, and especially this one right here. I mean, this wallet right here burned 44 million aqua. 44 million against. I mean, that was pretty much what swayed the election in that one. And so let me just kind of look at this real quick here. So I'm going to go to that account. And if you go to Aqua, because you're allowed to check it, they just burn that account right there. Check it out. So if you want to see what a burn account looks like, a burn account for voting, this is one. They owned 44 million Aqua, right? Was used to burn on a vote. Here you go. And that account now is dead. They haven't owned Aqua since. So if you want to know, all right, with the, like, I mean, look at this. It's horrible. So that you can actually track it right there, all right? One vote, one person voted, 44 million Aqua, and that is what is known as a burn account, because guess what? After they voted the Aqua, they have never replenished their account again. So the only reason this account here was for voting, to sway voting a certain way. You could follow the blockchain. The blockchain doesn't lie. So yes, for all of you out there that are watching the whole Aqua thing, I have it up on the screen. This one person here voted 44 million Aqua, more than 25% of the vote, and it was a burn account. So yes, people are, like Virtual said, people are just throwing their money without checking stuff out, without validating any of these accounts. So Business and Tech Education says Oak Forest, Tinley Park, and Oak Lawn. Yeah, I know where that is. I have 159th in Harlem. How about that? 159th in Harlem street racing. All right, just throwing it out there. All right, 159th and Harlem Street Racing. All right, so Brad Miller chimes in. Just found the channel. Have you heard about Yieldbox? I think it's a DeFi ecosystem that could make having the native XLM token more valuable and have better overall place to park your XLM than Aqua liquidity pools. The thing is Brad, I haven't looked enough into Yieldbox to really say anything out there. And like I said, I am open with everyone out there. If I don't know enough of something, I will not like BS you. I'll just tell you, hey, I haven't done enough research to give you my opinion. And it's honestly the same thing with Yieldbox. Because seriously, like the Aqua pool, all right, the whole Aqua coin pool is a total joke. All right, it really is. And Jock chimes in, this type of liquidity pools are the new scammers from New Delhi. No, and the thing is, Jock, is there's so many of them out here. I mean, it's nuts. And you guys all can do this yourselves. I mean, you can go into all of these here and you could look at these accounts, right? The source accounts, and you could go into their Aqua holdings. All right. So let's go to their Aqua holding. Again, it was a vote dump account. Look, it's a vote dump account. They got out of Aqua. They voted it out. So that same vote right here that had the 44 million vote whale, well, the other person who was 7 million, right? Guess what? It is another dump account. They burnt their 7 million, all right, which is somewhere over here. They burnt their 7 million and that was it. That is just how it is. These are burn accounts. This is another voting burn account. You could see since the vote of 44 million, they have now burned all their Aqua and have not done anything since. All right, and look at their Stellar. They haven't done anything with their Stellar. These are all burn BS accounts. So just be careful with this kind of stuff out there. Trigger Bandit says, you saved me some time. So glad I did not waste my time. I had no idea about any of that. Now I understand it more. You explained things very well. Thank you. Well, Trigger Bandit, I totally appreciate that. I really do try to get the information out there and try to show you not just like the information I find, but show you how to find the information too. And I think my most damning bit of information regarding Aqua is look how close this vote was. All right. Look at how crazy close this vote was. And one person voted more than that. And actually, let's just get the old calculator out just so I don't get called out. So we've got how many total? Oh my gosh, we have 157 million. So let's go 44,650,000, right? Because that's how many votes this person had. And they were of the total pool, and the total pool is this 80 million plus this. So let's go 80 million plus 78 divided by 156.7, okay? Divided by 156.7. All right, give me a second here. And so that one person controlled 28.4% of the pool. 28.4% of the pool was controlled by one person who was a burn account, which is this one right here. They burned all their Aqua. They don't own any XLM. That account was specifically made for Aqua to burn. That is it. End of story. All right. So let's get back to the comments. Trigger in Business Education Tech says, Brementown run. I'm telling you, 159th in Harlem. I also used to hang out a lot in Chinatown. And before the actually, I got to be careful what I say. But before they did the construction on the underside of Chicago, we used to run down there all the time. You guys know what I'm talking about. Totally crazy on that. So Jack's Trigger says, any XLM airdrops you recommend that are not scammy? No, at the moment, no. At the moment, I haven't seen anything that has really made any sense in terms of airdrops because it all seems to be helping them out, not helping native XLM. And by helping them out, I'm not talking about helping them as like the token holders. I'm talking about helping them out as in the people that are running these burn accounts. Like these are legit burn accounts. Those people made tons of money long ago. The people that made money on Aqua, they made money on it on its initial pump. That is plain and simple. And now they're trying to get people to hold on to their money even further. I'm sure everyone saw the other Aqua thing, which is like, hey, if you really believe in the project, stake your tokens even longer. Oh my God. So now you got to lock your money in even longer, knowing that they're using burn accounts to sway votes over. All right. That is just nuts. That is horrible, horrible, horrible. So anyways, let's get back to it. Jack says, Trigger, the way I see it, we hold a real coin. Don't let no one track you with all of this nonsense. Bumblebee Bree says, bro, I agree, especially about the liquid system. Thank you. And yeah, no, totally. Thank you guys. The liquidity pools, it's kind of weird. You have to be very careful about this. You have to be very careful about these providers and liquidity pools. You have to be very careful what liquidity pools are, the tumblers, all right? And it's money tumbling. I'm so sorry if I say money laundering. It's tumbling. It's money tumbling. It is very different on a technical basis. But it is so crazy, though, because a lot of these programs out there try to track the developers. You can't find it. All right. And just imagine this is kind of like a bank of sorts, right? What we're looking at on the screen is a bank. Who runs this bank? Who owns this bank? I understand decentralized finance, but who are the people that run the code? Why are they not more public? Because when you go on a bank's website, right? When you go to Bank of America, you can track all the people on there. You can track their Twitter accounts, all that kind of stuff. So it's just something to really keep in mind because there's a lot of really scammy and shady things out there. It is just really, really bad. And to get back to the comments, all right, we got Trigger Bandit saying true to Jack's statement, and Jack is saying, yep, you're right. You have to be careful with the scammers. They want to take the money away from you. Jack says, we got the real deal with an ISO 20,022 coin. Protect them every way you can. Yeah, and I do. I keep mine on several different levels, right? I've got my channel wallet level. I've got my personal wallet level. And I also have my institutional investment level holdings too. So again, it's just don't keep everything in one basket. Keep it diversified and just be safe with your stuff. Jack says, when the hits and fiat goes down, we have a safe haven with XLM and XRP and gold too. That was the other one, Jack. A lot of people on this channel are big into gold and silver because of the hedging, right? Just hedging and inflation and monetary messing up. Let's see. Brad Miller says it's a big red flag. Yeah, Brad, there are tons of big red flags out there. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys now. I am working on a video, okay? I'm doing one more Aqua video where I'm just going to pretty much put it out there. I'm going to put an end to all this kind of crap, but I'm going to do a video and it's going to be very in-depth, very well edited, more so edited than my normal content. My normal content, I just kind of like do it as like a news broadcast where I read off. This is going to be a little bit more graphics, a little bit more flashy, because I want to drive home the point of some of these things, that this account right here was a burn account that was only used to burn votes. That is it. And you can actually see it right here. You can see the burn right here. They burned it, they used it, and they have been dormant ever since. That is it. All right. Really, really easy to track this kind of stuff. Super easy to see and read between the lines on this. All right. So you got we got business and tech chiming in. XLM will be a long-term hold building with. Yeah, business and tech, just to let you know, my minimum hold right now is like 2.5, 3 years at the minimum right now. And in fact, I probably won't touch my XLM if other things that I'm working on are working in my favor, all right? I will just kind of keep pushing XLM up. The longer for me, I look at it this way, and this is my own personal opinion, the longer I can push out my window on XLM, the larger my return potential is going to be based on adoption of Stellar with big programs like MoneyGram and so forth, all right? And like big programs like with Leaf too, okay? All that kind of stuff is really, really big. Let's see, Trigger Bandit, and give me a second, everyone take a quick drink here. Let me kind of help my throat out a little bit. All right. So we got Trigger Bandit saying silver for sure. Yeah, silver. Try to find silver. Try to find retail silver. All right, out there. It is insane to find retail silver. Retail silver, it's impossible. And when you get silver, you are paying insane amounts for silver. It is crazy out there. Let's see. Business and Tech says, we know many banks will be ISO 20,022. Yes, that is going to be the way they do it. With ISO coming out, all right, and they're going to be starting in November of 2022, all right? When we start talking about ISO stuff, that is going to be making communication between banks, all right, be standardized in these participating coins, which mean they will be able to participate much better in these MoneyGram deals, all right? Money is going to move more fluidly because the actual communication of bank protocol is going to be the same. That is huge. All right, let's see, let's get more to the comments. We got Jock saying silver might go higher than gold, and semiconductor materials, silver is used for solar panels. You know, the thing is, the thing with gold though, all right, is because the price is so much higher, the amount of money that you get for mining gold, you can pay for it a lot easier with gold mining than you can with silver in a tonnage aspect, all right? Just in a raw tonnage aspect. Let's see, we got Trigger Bandit saying in his, also they say there's a way more gold out there than silver as well. I sure hope not. I am a huge gold fan. I love silver too, but I'm a huge gold fan. I love gold. When I was out in Colorado, I went to Colorado late August, early September. I actually did 2 different river segments where I actually panned for gold, and I actually not just only panned for gold, I actually started looking prospecting out there in 2 different river segments. I was way up there. I was, holy crap, the one I was, and this is the problem, I was so high, I was almost 10,000 feet up on both river segments. The one I was definitely over 10,000 because I went way up on that one. But yeah, I love gold, and that's just back stuff. Let's see. So Fireball says, I need to start investing in those precious metals. Been too focused on utility cryptos and specific stocks. You know, Fireball, it's all about what you want to do and what, you know, you want, what your goals are time-wise with your money, right? I mean, for me, I'm big long-term. I really am. I'm super long-term with a lot of my crypto holdings. So for me, like these price things that we've been seeing here, these price things don't really shake me out because I know I'm holding way out there, man. I am way years out there. So yeah, it really does. It depends on what your time frame is and what you're looking at with your investments. And that's just my opinion. I mean, like, you can do whatever the hell you want. You could go to a strip club and burn all your money. I mean, hey, if that's up to you, man, that's up to you. Let's see. Jack says, while I was in the Navy, the silver is better than gold and ranks in ribbons. Yeah, that's right. Butter bars, right? I mean, for people that are in the Army, you got butter bars. Yeah, and that's a good way to put it, Jack. I'll give you credit on that one. Trigger Bandit said, did EU already start ISO last November, or was that moved back? I honestly, the only time frame I saw was ISO in November. I heard November 2022 is when that actual gets a start. And I don't know if that was they wanted to try to get more people to jump on at once. And I do have an ISO article that I need to read it further. I do have a really good ISO. I have 2 actual ISO articles. If you are into ISO news, do me a favor, reach out to me in the email and put in the email subject ISO news, and I will send you 2 really cool articles regarding ISO news. One is an article and one is a video. So again, if you don't know how to find me, you can go on the channel, go to the about, and you can do my view email address, and then email is, say something like ISO 20022, whatever, just put something like that in there. And I have 2. I have a video and I have a news article regarding ISO, and oh, I love it. Look, good stuff here. Let's see. So Jack chimes in, but while we discover more gold, it can go down. Yes, gold definitely can go down in price. But we've also seen too is gold has resisted this pressure and it's resisted the 18 for a while, right? 18 as a floor for gold has been happening for a while. Let's see. Trigger Bandit says price drops and I scramble to find cash, not to freak out when the price went down. Yeah, and that's how I am too. Trigger, I only buy when it's sub 30. So these red boxes that you see up here on the screen, I only buy sub 30s. I only once bought Stellar above sub 30 or above 30. And the reason I did that is that was right before the hearing on Congress and I had no idea what was going to happen. So I was just like, hey, let me just get in another quick hit. I think I got in at 32, 33, something like that. And I was just like, let me do this here. That was the only time I've ever bought above 30. But other than that, yeah, I'm an above 30 kind of person. Trigger Bandit says, I thought that was for Fedwire and Swift, too, for November 2022. I have, like I said, Trigger Bandit, if you want, just send me an email. And I have a really good ISO article and a good ISO video. Let's see. Jack says ISO Algorand seems smooth when transferring. I have not used Algorand for sending any money. Jack, what are you using it for down there? Are you using Algo? Is it for remittance-based stuff, or is it for just you sending money in terms of like a retail aspect? Let me know. I'd be kind of interested in that. But yeah, we're pretty much talking anything right now in crypto. We're talking about liquidity pools. We're talking about automated market makers. Again, what are your thoughts on liquidity pools? For me, it's the performance of them. They're just not driving enough oomph. You know, I mean, what was Aqua's big mission? Let's drive liquidity to Stellar. No, you haven't added any liquidity to Stellar. Like, liquidity is down. I mean, let's be honest here. Liquidity is down over the last 3-4 weeks. Right? Well, for 4 weeks, we're pretty much break even here. But for 3 weeks, we're down. So yeah, liquidity-wise for me, I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of thrown off by that. But other than that, yeah, that's what we have been going over. The one big thing, so for those of you that are just joining right now or just joined recently in the stream, do me a favor, hit the like button. But the other thing, I have not released this to anyone. I had a friend send me this video. They called me up and they're like, hey, you got to see this. This is a story out there. This is from Thinking Crypto. I've got it up on the screen right now. It is an interview with Danelle Dixon, who is the CEO of Stellar Development Foundation. It is, I think this is almost an hour long. She talks about MoneyGram, USDC, CBDC, Congress regulation, all of that, right? Really big stuff. Like I said, I haven't even watched this yet. A friend sent it to me and I was like, hey, I gotta watch this. But I wanted to make sure, so anyone who is watching this stream right now, check out this video right here, Danelle Dixon interview, Stellar Network. This is found on Thinking Crypto. I am not affiliated with any of them, but this is a brand new interview that just was released today that I haven't even had a video made of it yet. So for those of you out there that really love Stellar, juicy bit for you, right? Juicy bit if you're watching the live stream. All right, let's see. Trigger Bandit says, I really don't have much info on it. Just what I heard. I know what it is and what I hold, and that is all. We got Bumblebee Bree saying, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to sleep. I'll watch it tomorrow. Good night. Yeah, 3 a.m. You better go to sleep. So Bumblebee, thank you for hanging out with us on the live stream. I did an earlier one, so I might have to keep doing these earlier ones to make sure that I'm helping out my European and further time zone ahead people out there. And we got love from the audience chiming in saying, Trigger Bandit, have a good night, Bree. Yes, definitely have a good night. We got Jock chiming in. Jock is chiming in talking about algo. And like I said, if you got any questions, comments, hit them up in the chats right now. Hit the like button. We're going to be talking about NFTs and Lightman soon. I know. NFTs, you guys are like, oh, gross. But I actually have a legit one that I want to share with everyone. But let's get to Jock's comment real quick. When I transferred Algorand to my Heart wallet, it went fast. But to swap, I wasn't able to on my ledger. I use XLMs, transfer them to get my hands on XRP. Because here in Puerto Rico, I don't have a problem. Oh, okay, so because of your regulation, you're actually able to get what you want. You don't have to go crazy with your payment rails. And that's kind of one of the things, Jock, that I think all of us are kind of wondering, how is this going to pan out? Because, okay, we have different places, all right? And I'm not talking about Puerto Rico, but and actually Puerto Rico's tax laws are way different than the United States, too. It's very different. In fact, do they not pay federal tax in Puerto Rico? Right, you guys don't pay federal tax. I think they don't pay federal tax in Puerto Rico, but either way, you have different countries that have different regulations in view regarding crypto. You're going to have some countries that are going to look at liquidity pools and they're going to say, girlfriend, you are not running that in my backyard. And I will tell you that right now. There are going to be specific governments that say, liquidity pools, money tumbling, not here. Where other governments are just going to look at this and say, hey, it's crypto. We're only going to tackle it if you're off-ramping it to fiat, and then we'll tax the ever-living crap out of you. So you're going to have a whole bunch of different countries having different views of regulation, different views of each of these segments of crypto right now. And what we have to make sure we look at, what we have to make sure we think about with crypto is that it is just a tool. It is just a technology, right? Shadiness exists in everything. Shadiness exists with cash. Shadiness exists with debit card, credit card, checks, right? I mean, it's shadiness is everywhere. So don't think that crypto is just out there like, oh, crap, what are we going to do? You know, crypto is going to be hacked and all this. No, it's nothing like that at all, right? Nothing like that at all. That stuff is everywhere. And let's see. Ms. Lacey, maybe it's Ms. Lacey, says, after you watch the interview, please share your opinion about our coin holdings because people have an issue with what she said. Ms. Lacey, is there a part in the interview that I should pay attention to specifically time-wise? If you could, hit me up in the chat. Let me know if there's like a specific time frame that you think I should focus in on. It is 55 minutes long, and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But if you could, Ms., and it's Lacey or Lessie, and I'm sorry if I am pronouncing that wrong, let me know, because like you said, she had an opinion about her coin holdings, and people have an issue with what she said. So I'm very, very interested in that. Jock says, I think it's fair to be tax-free for everyone that use crypto. And Jock, I'm with you too. It's like the internet. No one owns it, all right? But you know governments are going to have a huge hand in this, and they're going to want to have their hand in it to get some money. Trigger Bandit says, thoughts on Palau digital citizenship? I can see it becoming a problem for more shady business dealings. And that's the exact thing that I'm afraid of too with this, is think of every technology that we've had out there, okay? I want you to think of AOL chat rooms, right? You guys remember AOL chat room. Well, for those of you that are old enough, you remember AOL chat rooms back in the day. Yeah, chat rooms were ruined from bots, right? By bots. It's totally true, because everyone turned out to be a bot, right? Every chick you were talking to, right, in the chat room was a bot, okay? Think of MySpace. MySpace, same thing. What ruined MySpace? Bot profiles, right? Profiles that were littered with viruses that when you clicked on something, it completely melted your PC. All right. What about Craigslist? What jacked up Craigslist? Spam and bots, bot spam. All right. So we have to be really, really careful out there that that like crypto and the shadiness that comes with crypto, the connections, it's all over the place. And so yeah, like having Palau digital citizenship, you're totally going to invite some shady businesses to come to your area. But the other thing is you're also going to invite more money coming in to your area. So just kind of something to think about. And I think that's where we're all, I think that's where, good comment, Trigger Bandit. I think what like we're all wondering is these governments, right? Is how far these governments are going to get into this, how fast are these governments going to get into regulate it, because a lot of governments aren't going to fly with liquidity pools. They're going to shoot that down instantly. All right. So that's what kind of makes me, it kind of makes me nervous about that. And yes, Ms. Leslie, please like go back, please send that to me where that was. Cause I would love, and I would love to hear what she says. But it's true. We are so far in so many different places with crypto that different countries are just going to have different rules. And that's where the hard part, that's why crypto can't fully grow, because we can't all fully grow together price-wise, because every country's doing their own darn thing. It is totally, totally nuts. And for those of you that don't know, all right, Ms. Leslie is going to be an awesome person and is going to send me, there's, I guess, a timestamp in here when Danelle talks about what crypto she owns, and she's going to send me the timestamp on what it is that she owns and some of her comments that we're throwing off. So Ms. Leslie, thank you so much. If you get me those timestamps, that would be awesome. Let's see, we've got Jock saying, yes, Bitcoin will become MySpace soon. And that, seriously, so it's not just the gas fees of Ethereum, but it's the bots, all right? The bots really make me nervous, and bot accounts and burn accounts, all right? This is an example up on the screen of burn accounts, all right? And actually, okay, so one way to kind of get bots and all that stuff out of this, and again, this is an auction. Hold on. Can you guys get her to shut up? This is an auction right now running on Lightment, all right? And one of the ways that Lightment figured out how to kind of get bots out of this is it costs you 0.2 XLM, I believe it is, to place a bid, all right? So that stops bots from completely burning it down. And Ms. Leslie or Lacey, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Timestamp is 6:40. I gotcha. I will watch that and I will do something about that. And this is awesome. This is why I like the chat, because you guys are doing a great job. So yeah, that's my whole thing is there are ways to get bots out of here. There are ways to price your protocol to make sure people get into it. But you got to be careful, because every awesome technology out there has been ruined with bots and crap. It has. That has been the demise of every bit of emerging technology has been bots and crap, viruses, all right? It's another way to look at it. It's the same darn thing, all right? Bots, crap, viruses, spam, email, right? Look at your spam folder in your email. Oh my gosh. How about T-Mobile? Do any of you out there have T-Mobile? If any of you out there have T-Mobile, T-Mobile came out with some like ridiculous number, like of the billions of phone calls that they block that they know are spam, registered as spam phone calls in their network. It was insane, the amount of like messages, phone calls and stuff. I mean, the number was just crazy high. So yes, spam bots ruin everything. And Ms. Lacey chimed in saying the timestamp is 6:40, all right? And what we're talking about right here is this video. I have not watched it yet. I will watch it. I will do a video on it. Rest assured I will. I had a friend of mine sent this to me. Great person out there, Simon. So if you're listening, Simon, thank you. 640 is, I guess, when she starts talking about the holdings that she has. Oh, I see it. Yeah, Danelle's crypto portfolio. Okay, cool. All right, yep, I will definitely watch that. And yes, Bill Gates. Oh, I'm not a fan of Bill Gates. So yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Stellar. We're talking about liquidity pools. We're talking about how do you spot a legit crypto versus a crap one, right? How can you tell the differences? How do you track some of these things? You can use the ledger. You can use blockchain to see what accounts are burn accounts that are used to sway votes a certain way, all right? The problem is a lot of times when this happens, the rug gets pulled out on them. That is the hard part. The rug gets pulled out on you way sooner than you realize it, all right? So yeah, a lot of cool stuff out there. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. The stream in the morning was huge about Aqua. People really wanted to understand how to spot some of these things, how to spot some of these liquidity pools that make no sense, and how to trace the money. There was a lot of interest this morning on that stuff. And like I said, I will be sure to make a video regarding Aqua. I will do one more video regarding Aqua, and I will go through everything regarding it, where those accounts are, you name it. I will make sure it's clean, concise. I will make sure I don't get too worked up on it, because I did get worked up on the last couple ones. I admit it, all right? But yep, that's what we're going to do. And the other big thing that I wanted to talk with everyone about, all right, is the NFTs on Stellar and how that helps the ecosystem. The other thing is price here. We've been watching the price all on stream at 28.6 right now. That is what we got going on with price. Now, for the stream, I am going to take this stream until 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Give me a second here. We will take the stream until then because my throat is roasted from streaming earlier and doing a video earlier. Sorry, I'm just typing something out. My throat is roasted. I can feel it. I'm just getting really rough in my throat. So let me just have a quick drink of water right now. All right, cool. So yeah, price. One of the big things too is just, I have right now up on the screen for those of you that don't know, I chart out the price with XLM, and I'll have it up here so you can see it. The blue hash line is the 30-cent mark. The green line up here is the 43 ceiling, right? That's been our nearest resistance point. In this recent phase right here, we have seen 3 different attempts to break 31. Actually, we're at 4 now. 4 different attempts to break 30, with one hitting 29 that we're currently in right now, that have all been pushed back down. Yes, they have all been pushed back down. And we're also waiting to see what happens with the XRP discovery. We're waiting to get confirmation on if they're going to cancel all of the activities on Congress this Friday because of a certain thing out there, right? A certain variant that's going out there. Ugh, horrible stuff. So I will make sure I keep you all updated if anything happens with Friday's news or if that's going to change. Fireball93 says, also, thanks for doing those vids about Lightment. Didn't know it existed, and finally lets a hobbyist photographer like me have easy entry into NFTs. Fireball, when you open up an account, all right, I'm really big into photography. I don't know if you knew this. I'm huge into photography. I love macro photography. All right, I've got cool macro lenses. I've got some really funky lenses. I love macro photography and I love adventure photography. All right. So Fireball, when you get ready, when you get your store going, I will gladly mint some of my NFTs, some of my favorite macro NFTs, and we'll gladly send them to you. So let me know, Fireball, when you get your store set up, and I will help promote your store and help you promote your NFTs. Because if you're a photography person, I would love to trade some of my photography NFTs with yours. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. So Fireball, when that happens, make sure you email me, make sure you reach out to me, and I will gladly help you out. Trigger Bandit chimes in saying, appreciate the grind. Well, I appreciate the fans. And we got Jimmer365 saying hello. Jimmer, hello to you. Jimmer, just letting you know, we am only going to 8:15 tonight. This is the second stream for me today, and I did a video earlier. My throat is roasted. So, Jimmer, I feel bad that you just hopped on. Jimmer is one of the channel members, super active. We email each other all the time. Even Jimmer is talking about, can we do like a Discord or something like that? And I just want to make sure I don't spread myself too thin. I did open up a Twitter account. I don't know if you guys knew that, right? I do have a Twitter account, and don't laugh. I'm going to have Stellar's Twitter up here. But I do have a Twitter account, and let me go to that right here. Give me a second here. And I do have my page right here. So if you're looking for us, all right, it's at Hobbies Cards. You're going to see the same logo right here. We got retweeted by Leaf Global. They actually retweeted my thing regarding their NFTs. So yes, shout out to Jimmer365, channel member. I have a Twitter account. If you want to follow us on Twitter, I'm going to just start kind of building the channel up more and more and more. I'm going now to Twitter to help spread the news out there. So if you want to help me spread the news, start following me on Twitter. All right. It is Family Hobbies and Cards, and it is at Hobbies Cards. All right. Another way you can catch up with the channel. But yeah, a lot of cool conversation tonight. A lot of cool things that you can do. One of the big things that I want to show you that you can do is that you are able to use the ledger to get information on people regarding who has what in their wallet, where their websites are coming from, all right? What is their email that they had officially registered to it, all right? So make sure that you use the ledger to investigate things that bother you, all right? Use the ledger to your advantage. Jimmer365 says, no problem, man. I'm on hour 13 at work tonight. I'll watch later. Holy crap. That is nuts. That is a long day. Huge shout out to you. That is 13. That is long. And real quick, for those of you that weren't on the stream earlier, we were talking everyone out here in South Carolina right now is freaking out because of the snowstorm that is coming. And I have to laugh because for those of you that watch the show and know, I am originally from Chicago, right? This is a no BS hoodie. I've lived in Chicago the first 30 years of my life. I've got a big full-size truck, 4x4. So snow, I'm not worried about. I used to live in South Dakota, all right? Like, I'm not worried about the snow. They're talking about shutting down schools, shutting down work. It is nuts down here in South Carolina. We do not have any snow plows. We do not have salting equipment. We use like these weird chemical sprays on the roads that prevent icing. It is horrible out here. So everyone out here in the South is freaking out right now because we're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches of snow here in South Carolina, and no one is ready for it. Businesses are already freaking out and telling people they're probably going to be closed for 2 to 3 days next week. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. So Jimmer, I get what you're talking about at that 13-hour long grind. I'm going to have a few rough days ahead of me coming up next week because I'm probably going to be the only one out here that's got like a truck that's going to be able to get through all this stuff because I do have off-road tires in my truck too. So just kind of funny. But yeah, we've been talking Stellar, we've been talking pricing, we've been talking silver and gold too. We've got a lot of silver fans out there. And for your silver fans that are watching, where are you buying your silver? I want to know, are you still going local, trying to find people that are getting it at that time? Or are you paying the crazy fees online and waiting the long time periods in order to get your silver? Kind of curious about that because you know what I do? I have a lot of people in the channel that like silver and a lot of people that are getting turned off on the fact that silver and gold are getting harder and harder to find on the retail level. I'm not talking about your big 100-ounce bars, nothing like that. I am talking on your retail level, retail amounts. It is very hard to find gold and silver right now on a retail level. And as we have also seen too, Bitcoin has also been running up in price. And let's get that up on the screen right now. So the action with Stellar, all right, we have to talk about Bitcoin now running up in price too. And let's get this, switch this out to 15 minutes so I can see what the H is going on. So you could see Stellar has kind of followed Bitcoin's pattern, all right? They had that bounce from the floor of 40,000 of Bitcoin, rocking it back up. Resistance at 44,000, and again, all right? And again, we have seen it hitting these resistance points, driving it down, and we watch Stellar do the exact same here. It hit this resistance point right here and knocked it right back down. We could see that when we go to the 5-day chart, and let me get to that real quick here, everyone. Give me a second here. Let's go to the month. You guys can see the hit. Actually, I don't want to mess up my chart too much. And Trigger Bandit, nice donation there, sir. I completely appreciate it. And Trigger was on the earlier stream as well. So Trigger has been participating with the channel actively as well. So Trigger, thank you very, very much regarding that. Jock says that he... took his jacket off because it is so hot down there. I am now totally in wearing a hoodie season right now because we are getting to like 40s and 50s in South Carolina. And now that I've been out of Chicago for a bit, it's getting a little colder feeling for me at these temperatures. So it is getting a little rough. But like I said, we're going to go to 8:15 tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fans. Sugar Bandit, again, thank you for that. 2 live streams in a day and a video, keeping everyone informed. And for those of you that don't know, yes, there is an auction happening right now on Lightmint. I have it up on the screen. It's Gorilla Rainbow. It is a Leaf, all right, a Leaf-based project, and Leaf did a project with Stellar. And Virtual, thank you for the idea, sir, all right? And remember, we're going to be drinking booze here soon. We'll make sure we do a stream on the weekends. Or, like, if we get, like, messed up with snow, maybe I'll ask my wife if we can, like, say, screw the rules, and we'll do, like, a snow drinking-themed one. That'd be kind of cool, too. I'll see if she can break her rule. But, yeah, I'm interested in this NFT right here because this NFT was made by a gentleman in Western Rwanda, all right? And I want to use whatever I get for this one right here, whatever I get for my NFT that you see up on the screen right now. It's called Stellar Moon. I am a verified artist on Lightmint. You can see me right there. I'm going to take whatever I get from this, okay? And I'm going to use that to help me win this auction right here because I want to support this project because Leaf is something I have been following since the get-go with Stellar. I did my first article with Leaf and Stellar maybe about 3 months ago, and I have been watching this story grow and grow and grow, and I was super excited to see when Leaf did a mobile wallet for refugees to generate income with art. Yes, NFT art, I know it's not for everyone, but it is really cool because it is mobile wallets with Stellar for refugees helping their art, and that is what I'm interested in. So like I said, I am going to take my auction right here. That is me right here. I'm going to take that, and I am going to take the proceeds from that to help win this one. I already have my bid of 52 lumens in there. I am going to try to win this one. Totally interested in it. But let's get caught up with these comments as we start winding things down. We got, and again, Trigger, thank you very much. I totally appreciate that. That is very nice of you. I sincerely appreciate that. Virtual says, thanks for streaming. Everyone, thank Virtual for it. It was Virtual's idea to have the stream. Virtual made this happen on Monday. All right, it was a conversation between Virtual and I, emailing back and forth, said, hey, you need to do a stream. And I was like, I have to listen to Virtual. Like, I have to. And then when I told my wife who it was, my wife was like, yeah, you definitely have to do a stream, especially since all of us are doing Sober January because we all probably partied a little too hard for the last few months. And we got Jock saying in, thanks, Klaus, for the info. Jock, thank you, sir, for hanging out with us. And thank you for rubbing in how nice you are enjoying your weather down there. Just thank you for rubbing it in, sir. And Trigger Bandit saying, have yourself a good night, and the rest of you as well. Trigger, thank you for hopping on the stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. And again, real quick, right now, all we talked about, all right, not all we talked about, we talked a bunch during the stream. Just to give a quick summation, we talked about liquidity pools. They're not as successful as we'd like them to be. Plain and simple, they're not, all right? We are not seeing the money thrown in. We also talked about liquidity pools in like a legal standpoint called money tumbling. If you missed that, you want to go back in the stream and listen to my example of money tumbling and how liquidity pools are seen as money tumbling. So not only did we talk about liquidity pools, we talked about scam and scheme tokens. We talked about price on Stellar. We talked about this. Danelle Dixon talks about what's in her crypto portfolio, and that starts at the 6-minute 40-second mark, all right? Going to be very interested, all right? Very, very interested to see what she says at the 6-minute 40-second mark, because Danelle Dixon, the CEO of Stellar, actually says what is in her crypto portfolio. And you got Trigger Bandit saying, no problem, you helped me with the Aqua Talk right when I need it. Trigger, I totally appreciate that. That is heartfelt, and that is the best compliment I can get, all right? Don't get me wrong, money is cool, but the best compliment I can get is reading a legit comment like that where it's like, you know, you help someone out at the right time. That for me, that is big. All right, that means what I'm doing on the channel is the right thing, and the direction we're going is the right way, helping people out. So yeah, huge video here. I will make sure I do one probably tomorrow regarding this because I want to do this. It's an hour-long video. Danelle goes over what's in her crypto portfolio, and oh yeah, I'm going to cover that too. So let's do this. The stream has been great. Don't worry, guys. We're going to do more. Don't worry about it. So Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for all the support. We will be at it again, and let's see virtual if I can twist my wife's arm. If we get snowed in here in South Carolina, if I can get her to do a stream with me, maybe like Sunday night or Monday